Probably heard it before. Draw with confidence. An art teacher drops that line on day one like it's the golden rule of drawing. And if you're anything like me, you probably thought, wait, what? How? I can't even hold the pencil without second guessing myself. Maybe you nodded along, pretending it made sense. Maybe you watched other students seemingly get it, while you sat there feeling like you missed some crucial memo. I've been there. We've all been there. Here's the truth. Confidence isn't a switch you flip because someone told you to. If it worked like that, we'd all be confident artists by day two. Confidence isn't step one. It's something you earn. You build it slowly, patiently, line by line. And today, I want to show you why that's actually good news. And why understanding this will change everything about how you approach your drawing practice. Let's be brutally honest. Your first lines are going to suck. They'll shake, hesitate, or veer off like they're afraid of commitment. And that's not failure. That's nature doing its thing. Your brain and your hand are like two strangers at a party who don't know how to start a conversation. They're awkward at first. The brain is saying, draw a straight line. And your hand replies, sure thing. Wait, what's a line? This disconnect is so universal that there's actually a name for it in art education. It's called the beginner's gap. Every single person who's ever picked up a pencil has experienced this moment where their vision outpaces their ability. Leonardo da Vinci had shaky first lines. Picasso had uncertain early sketches. This awkward phase isn't proof that you're bad at drawing. It's proof that you're human. Every beginner goes through this, and every professional once had a sketchbook full of shaky, uncertain marks. You're not behind. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Here's something that might blow your mind. Confidence isn't a feeling you have first. It's the evidence your brain collects after repeated attempts. Think about it like this. When you practice drawing a line, your neurons fire together. The more they fire, the stronger that connection gets. That is neuroplasticity. Your brain literally rewiring itself so that what once felt shaky starts to feel natural. Scientists have actually studied this process in musicians and athletes. They found that confidence correlates directly with the number of successful repetitions, not with positive talk or motivational alone. Your brain needs proof, and that proof comes from doing. It's not about forcing yourself to act confident. It's about teaching your body through repetition that it's safe, familiar, and doable. Over time, your brain stops panicking and your hand starts cooperating. That's where confidence is born, not on day one, but on day 100. This is why some people seem naturally confident at art. They're not naturally confident, they just started collecting evidence earlier. Here's the trap. When someone says, draw with confidence, you might try and fake it. You push too hard, draw too fast, and end up frustrated because your lines look worse. That frustration isn't your fault. It's the mismatch between what you expect and what your skills can currently deliver. Imagine asking someone to play a Beethoven symphony the first time they touch a piano. Of course they'll freeze up. When you try to force confidence, you're essentially skipping steps in your learning process. You're trying to access a feeling that only comes from experience you don't have yet. It's like trying to withdraw money from an account you haven't deposited into. Confidence doesn't come from pretending you can already do the thing. It comes from slowly proving to yourself that you can. Forcing it makes the gap wider and creates unnecessary pressure that actually interferes with learning. Confidence builds like weightlifting. Nobody tells a beginner to lift with confidence on their very first rep. They say start light, repeat, build, strength. Drawing is the same. Your light weights are those shaky lines and circles. Each repetition is a rep for your brain and your muscles. You're not proving yourself, you're training yourself. It's like in the gym, you won't notice progress overnight. And one day you'll draw a line and realize, hey, that one felt solid. That little victory stacks with the last one, and slowly the shaky lines fade. That's earned confidence. The beautiful thing about this process is that it's completely within your control. You can't force inspiration or talent, but you can always do one more repetition. You can always draw one more line. Every single mark you make is building your confident account. Every single mark you make is building your confidence account, even when it doesn't feel like it. So here's the reframe. When someone says draw with confidence, don't take it as an order. Take it as a preview of where you're headed. Instead of, I have to look confident right now, say confidence will come if I keep showing up. Instead of, my hesitation means I'm failing, say, my hesitation means I'm learning. The wobbles aren't mistakes, they're micro adjustments. Every artist you admire built their confidence this way, not by skipping the awkward part, but by going through it. They didn't start confident, they started curious, patient, and willing to be beginners. Think of hesitation as your brain being careful and thoughtful, not weak or incapable. It's actually a sign that you care about what you're creating and that you're paying attention to what you're doing. So if your lines still shake, if your sketches feel uncertain, if your confidence feels 1,000 miles away, good. That means you're right on track. You're not broken. You're building. Don't wait for confidence to magically appear. Treat every practice session like laying a single brick. It's not the final building, but over time, those bricks stack into something solid. Remember, every mark you make matters. Even the ones you think are terrible are teaching your hand-eye coordination something new. Even the sketches you want to throw away are building neural pathways that will serve you later. Confidence isn't something you chase, it's something you accidentally collect while you're too busy practicing. It shows up as a byproduct of dedication, not as a prerequisite for starting. So here's my challenge to you. What's one tiny win you can aim for in your drawing practice today? Maybe it's drawing 10 straight lines. Maybe it's filling a page with circles. Maybe it's just picking up the pencil without judgment. But let's try this. Get some lined notebook paper, a pen or pencil, a ruler, and some kind of timer. Set your timer for 5 or 10 minutes. You choose. On the lined notebook paper, create a 2-inch column on the left side of the paper. Start your timer. On the first open space, create a 2-inch curved line from the left margin to the right margin, using the top and bottom lines as guides. Then trace that line 10 times. Continue drawing a curved line in each open space and tracing each line 10 times until your timer goes off. This will get you started on building confidence with your drawing and help you develop the habit of practicing drawing. Drop in the comments, I want to celebrate my wins with you, because every small victory is evidence you're depositing into your confidence account. Because your confidence isn't waiting at the finish line. It's being built right now, every time you pick up the pencil And that's exactly how it should be. Until the next video, take care of yourself and keep practicing your drawing. Thank you.